So I wanted to share some thoughts on why you should keep posting videos on YouTube, even if you aren't getting any views. Because as a small creator, a small YouTuber, someone who's just starting, it is inevitable you'll post videos in the beginning and they won't get views. They just won't. You should keep posting despite that. Literally, there's over 500 hours of content that's posted to YouTube. New content to the platform every minute. Insane. And a lot of those videos don't get watched in the beginning. Because of this, that discourages a lot of people from even wanting to continue to grow a channel. Now, as I'm making this video, I have like 23 subscribers on this channel, so it's nothing to shout home about. I'm not new to YouTube. Like, I've grown this channel to over 200,000 subscribers now. I feel I have a good hand and a good grasp of what it takes to persist with this and be a success on the platform. So I wanted to just give you some ideas in the beginning that will help carry you through. In the beginning, you want to be posting quantity, not quality. You may have wanted to start YouTube and thought, fuck, I need all this expensive gear, I need a fancy camera, a nice light, nice audio. I have that stuff, and even though my setup it's not like the glamorous YouTube studios you see on some people's channels, I've invested a bit of money into a microphone and some lights. The camera I use is just my phone, it's nothing fancy at all. But in the beginning, you don't need any of this stuff. You just need to start posting content with the equipment that you already have. So whether that's a phone, I've used action cameras before, like I've said, don't let gear hold you back is what I'm trying to say. Just start posting content. The ideas that you post are way more important than the actual quality of your videos. Like, it doesn't have to be cinematic. You don't need all this fancy editing. Just start sharing your ideas on the platform. And as you develop this skill of consistency and showing up with the quantity, the quality will start to develop as well over time. But don't focus on quality in the beginning, because people do that and that holds them back, this whole perfectionist mindset. Don't do that. Just start sharing ideas that interest you, because doing that, you will attract the people who are also interested in similar ideas and want to learn from you. Now, YouTube is also a data thing, so it works on feedback. The success of your channel comes down to how well you can determine and analyze feedback. So you put a video out and it gets 1,000 views. You put another video out, it gets 10,000 views. You then put another video out on a similar topic as that 10,000 view video and it does even better. You can then start to gather data on what people actually want to see and what you should start maybe doubling down on. And this all comes back to developing skills on YouTube. I have broken down the key skills to develop on YouTube into 6 points. 6 points. You've got your ideas and research. So this is basically finding videos that resonate. This is what I just said. Understanding how to do market research and look at what's working, what your competitors are posting, how you can iterate on what's already gone well for another channel and remake that for yourself in your own unique way. Then we have scripting and structuring. So this is where you are talking about planning content effectively. Now, not all videos need to be super structured and super well scripted, but it does help to understand what you're actually going to cover in a video. If you're doing like an educational style video like this, where you're teaching somebody a skill, it does help to have some bullet points on a page so you know exactly what to talk about. But I've also found that if you go too deep on that, so you have like all these notes written out, it actually makes the video making process way harder and you actually come across way more robotic on camera, which is not natural. And I don't personally like that. Then you have the third point, which is filming and presentation. So this is talking about improving your camera presence and having confidence on camera. And this isn't a skill that's built overnight. Having confidence on camera is a massive hurdle for a lot of people, because they could be the most confident and energetic and fluid person when you're speaking to them off a camera, just in public. As soon as you point a camera at them, or there's a record button that's going, or a red flashing light or a lens in their face, they go like deer in headlights and they don't know what to say, they don't know how to act. And I think this just comes down to the fear of being judged by other people. Like, what are people going to think if I say this certain thing? Am I coming across right on camera? All that stuff, which confidence on camera is built over time. And I want to do more videos on that because I think it's something that people could really help with, do with help on. Then we've obviously got editing. So editing is understanding how to keep people engaged on your videos and keeping the audience retention as high as possible. This takes into account storytelling, creating a well-paced video. But again, not all videos need to be fancily edited or anything like that. As long as you have a good idea, the actual editing of the video may not be as important as some of the other skills I've just mentioned or going to mention. Editing is also a very good skill to develop as you build your YouTube channel. The fifth point, which actually should be further towards the top of my list, which is thumbnail and title designs. This is the packaging of your video. How is the video presented to the audience? How are they seeing it? And this is super important because we need to learn how to maximize click-through rate. So titles and thumbnails, you could make the best video on the planet. But if nobody clicks on it to start with and to watch it, all this work you've put in on the back end doesn't make any difference. So we have to understand what creates a click, what goes into making a good thumbnail and a title that is intriguing, piques someone's curiosity, and also they're like, fuck, I need to know what's going on in that video. I'm going to click and watch that video. Thumbnails and titles are something I'm super passionate about and like obsessed with, because once you nail that, that can literally have the potential to like 10x the growth of a video, maybe even more. Like, it's that important. The most viral video on this channel, or one of the most viral videos, it has nearly 15 million views now, I believe all came down to one thumbnail change. I uploaded a video on YouTube, I uploaded it with one thumbnail, and then after about 2 days I was like, oh, I'm not too happy about the thumbnail. Changed it, and that was like 2 years ago now, and it's still generating views. It does like 40,000 views every 48 hours or something ridiculous still. And it's, you know, that's insane. And that's the power of a thumbnail. Just the one simple change in knowing what people are more likely to click on to watch a video. And then the final point, we've got understanding analytics. This kind of relates to some of the points, but it's understanding how to use your dashboard and using YouTube Studio, the analytics platform, to see what videos are working and what are performing well. So then you can start to form a better idea in the future of what videos that you should be focused on more than others. Now, as you post over time, you will start to notice 20% of your videos will attribute to 80% of your growth. So the whole 80-20 rule here, which is, you can apply this rule to bloody anything. It's fantastic. And this is what you will start doing. And you'll start doing this the more videos you post. So say, for example, you're just starting out, you commit to making 20 videos or 30 videos on your channel. Then you can look at those 30 videos through a magnifying glass and start to see, right, why are people clicking on this video? Why are people liking this sort of content, this idea over this? Should I be doubling down on this? Because that is essentially which will drive the direction of your channel. Now, it's not going to dictate your channel entirely because it's your YouTube channel. You can decide where it wants to go. But you have to understand that to do this, we have to give the audience what they want. So to do that, we look at the videos we've already posted, we see which ones are performing best, and we double down on them. Now, it doesn't mean your channel has to be all about that one thing, but you can angle your videos and gear your videos in a certain way that is more likely to get in front of the people you want it to see it. Now, in the beginning, I believe it's best just to learn all these skills, which I believe it's best to not delegate too much in the beginning, just to focus on learning all these skills as a YouTuber. Now, you may not have an advertising budget, you may not have any budget to hire an editor or thumbnail designer in the beginning, you may not even want to do that, but in the beginning, I think it's the best practice is to have an overall skill in every single part of what it takes to grow a YouTube channel. So all those 6 points that I talked about, because then you can understand if something needs to be fixed, you can fix it. You know exactly where to pinpoint the problem. You also know where most of your results are coming from, and you can double down on that. I think it's almost best to be a generalist rather than a specialist. So when you grow, you will reach a point where you probably will want to start hiring a little team out. And this could just be people to help you with ideas, the editing, which probably will come first because that's the most time-consuming part of a video, depending on what you want to create. Sometimes if you're doing videos like I am, just talking to a camera, it's not too bad. But if you want to do more than just that, then an editor may be useful for you. Same with thumbnail design and packaging. This video, I did all the editing. The 15 million view video I was just talking about then, with the thumbnail change, that was my work, my thumbnail change, my title and everything. I didn't hire a video editor or a thumbnail designer for that. That one simple change could have been the difference between a video getting 20,000 views and now 15 million views. To me, heavily weighting my resources towards a thumbnail and a title is way more important than some of the other elements I've talked about in skill development as a YouTuber. But the main thing you need to focus on when you're beginning is quantity over quality. Don't stress out too much about quality. Even if people aren't watching your videos, just keep posting, because YouTube is a search engine. I always say this. And if you're creating search-based content, people are continually going to be searching it, which means your videos are going to continue to get views as long as your video is online. So you can't lose. It's not like Instagram or TikTok where you post a video and it either goes viral or it kind of gets some people's interest and it just flatlines forever and nobody watches your video ever again. Some of my videos on my channel still get tens of thousands of views every single day that have been posted a year or two ago, maybe even longer than that. And that's the power of YouTube. And I feel now every single person should have a YouTube channel, regardless of who you are or what you're doing, especially if you're a personal brand or you class yourself as somewhat as an expert and you want to teach a skill to somebody. The best way to market yourself is YouTube. If you're starting out as a YouTuber, check out some of the links in the description below and all the videos on my channel. YouTube will recommend some videos up here, which I strongly recommend you check out next. And I'll see you in the next video. I hope that was useful for you.